Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca of Artist Rebecca LS, and this is the channel where we have fun with art. Today I'm going to be making a sketchbook out of these sample 2 River papers from Jackson Art Supplies. Let's go!
You sitting close, let's go somewhere far away.
Okay guys, so I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and each sample, which costs 50p in UK money, has 3 sheets of the 3 squares of sample watercolour paper from the 2 Rivers Company, which is handmade. And so I was thinking, I always put a pack in, because why not? And some people will use them as swatch cards. And I'm thinking, I want something more. I'm not really a swatcher. And so I'm thinking, with some masking tape, I can make like a concertina sketchbook. And I must correct myself, I don't think it's handmade. It's made in the oldest mill, I think in the world, possibly, or definitely in United Kingdom. Correction again, it is handmade. It says so right on the label. So what you're going to need is some masking tape, preferably a thinner width from what I've got, because you want it a little bit thinner, ideally. And you'll need some scissors, any scissors. 1 of these squares coming out the envelope. So we'll take everything out of the envelopes. Now some I have used, so there might not be 3 in all of them. And I think making a sketchbook out of these is going to be really good. Perfect size for just having fun. Now these have got some on, which again, I can either make part of the sketchbook or leave out. I think these were all over 1 year of when I was ordering. Bearing in mind, towards the mid and end of the year, there wasn't any available of the samples. It took about 3 months to get more samples back in. So that was annoying. I would have had some more. So that's a nice stack, isn't it? And then what we do, we just take 2, and depending on where you want, I think I'll have that here, you put it side by side. Just leave a little gap like that. Can you see? We've got a bit of the blue showing through. We're going to get a strip of our tape. Try and get a thinner one than I've got. Not too thin, but I would say you need it a little bit thinner. I could cut, but I'm not going to, because I just need, and you want to make sure it's long enough that you'll get an overlap, like so. And make sure both sides, doesn't matter if it's on more one side than another, but that's why I say the thinner tape would be better, because that's as much as I would like on this side, you see. So you just lose a little bit of the paper, the thicker the width is. And then we turn it over and we do the same on the other side. But first, I'm just going to trim. It does take time if you want to do it, you know, properly. You don't want to rush. And then the other side to make sure it's reinforced. And you can see here, it folds then. We'll just trim off the edges. This masking tape's not the best. Probably a bit old, and again, we have a lot of damp in this country and the adhesive never, so really push it down. And there we are. Just folded that over like so. It's not that neat looking, but not too bothered. Just trim there. Okay, so that is one, and it folds over. So that in itself is cute that we have joined. Then what I'm going to do is add them in a long length, a long line. So I forgot to say, you can either, you don't have to trim when you have excess, you can just fold it over, but still do the two strips back and forth and really push it down. So now we have two, and again, well, we've got four, but we've got two panels. And then to join them, you just put it to the end here, like we did when we joined the first two together. And you're just going to join this together. The tape can be a little annoying. There we are. Really push it down and then turn it over. And instead of cutting, we fold it over the excess. Really get it into the join. And then get your other strip of tape. And go like so. And just fold those over. It's reinforcing the connection. And you still have a good amount of space to draw and sketch on. So just doing it like this, you can fold it like this if you want to make it like a concertina, or this way. That's how I like the concertina. And it all folds out like that. Now, you can leave it like that or keep adding, so it's really long. And this one will have about 40 to 38 sides in it. And I'm really pleased with this so far. And it's a great way of using up your sample squares and make a good quality concertina sketchbook from the Two Rivers watercolour paper, because it's already been cut for you. Time for breakfast. homemade marmalade and homemade bread roll with French butter to start my morning.
As if all I have is you, and I'll be just fine. Yeah, I'll be just fine.
Okay, so we finished these. They're both made now. This is the small one, and it opens a little easier because the paper is thicker, so it was better to separate them. And this is the large one, and it goes on and on and on, and is double-sided. And you'll see this in other videos that I will do throughout the year. So I hope you found this useful, and I'll catch you really soon. Don't forget to give the thumbs up, like and share the video.
And I'll be just fine.